the hot gates. So what did they have to do? They had to narrow the lines, narrow their troops, so they could all fit in the hot gates. And all they had was 300 men, right? 300. So to even up the odds, they had to funnel them through the hot gates. So they cut off everything else. They said, we're gonna stand our ground right here in the hot gates. Well, your hot gates is right there, because only 11 of them can be on the field at any one given time. And I'll take my 11 over their 11 any day of the week, twice on Friday, and it's Friday. So you know what it is, you stay there. We gotta go get it. No matter how many they bring, no matter how many little toys and gadgets they got, the siren they're gonna ring at your stadium, that's disrespectful. How many times are we gonna let other teams disrespect us in our faces and do nothing about it? It's time. So they gotta pass through the hot gates, which is right there, and one by one we're going to dismantle it. Play by play, quarter by quarter, effort. I need you guys to be the hammer and not the nail. We can't catch tonight, we gotta hit. We gotta hit, we gotta hit, and we gotta hit. And then right when you think you can't hit anymore, we gotta hit again. I need you to kill it out with a sledgehammer. You know what that's like? It's like overkill. It's like overkill. I need you to come away, I need you to play with passion. And then when adversity hits, because adversity is gonna hit at some time, at some point in this ball game, I need you to bounce back. You're gonna make a mistake. You'll make that mistake going 100 miles per hour. We can deal with that, we can fix that. We can't coach effort. We can fix mistakes. I shouldn't have to coach on your effort. Give me effort. Give me effort. Come through every play, play after play, quarter after quarter. And if you give me that, give me everything you got, and we execute tonight, guys, the scoreboard is gonna say what you wanted to say, bar none. No questions asked. I need you to execute. Execute. If you execute, we cash out. What day is it? Friday. What day is it? Hey. What day is it? Hey. What day is it? Hey. Let's get paid.
Let's go.
Back again in MicCheckM.I.A. It's your boy Conrad, man. I'm the host, man. Remember to like and subscribe. Leave them comments at the bottom about the show. Let us know how you feel. Today's guest is Sean Brock, Bradwell Institute's high school coach. What's going on, man?
Man, I appreciate y'all having me on, man. Thanks for the exposure coming, putting the spotlight on the kids, man. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
That's cool. Yeah, man. Of course, man, we trying to, put a spotlight on our sports here, man. Right here locally in Hinesville, Georgia. Just trying to make sure that we do our part when it comes to that. When it comes to that, man. But hey, man, getting to this football, man. I remember, of course, I know you.
Yes, sir.
I remember you was, coaching basketball over there at Long County, and you went off to Mitchell County. Mm-hmm. Had a lot of success, man. That was big.
Definitely. I was very appreciative of the administration over that way in Camilla and Mitchell County taking a chance on me. Somebody that didn't have head coaching experience, but just had aspirations to be a head coach, and had a desire and a passion for the game to take a chance with somebody with no experience. And it paid off. I think it paid off for both parties. We had from 4 really good years. I feel like we should have possibly made it to Atlanta. We fell short, but 2 region championships, 2 Elite 8 trips, and at least made it to Sweet 16 every year. I think that was real good, 33-11 in 4 years. We broke some records and had some amazing stats in my time down there. So I'm very appreciative of the administration there, the community, and the people of Camilla, Georgia. Thank you.
Yeah, that was great, man. I know they were sad to see you go, though.
Man, definitely. It was mutual as far as, not really wanting to leave. There's a lot of talent still there. They're doing amazing this year. Shout out to Coach Don Pinkins and Mitchell County Eagles doing a great job down that way. They're keeping the ball rolling. The guys are playing well. I miss those guys. I follow them. I'm proud of the work they've done. And some of the kids have left and went on to Lee County. They're doing some major things. And Malcolm Jones and Willie Williams and even Dave, who went over to Thomas County Central. Those kids are doing amazing things at their respective schools.
That's what's up, man. I was following you when you was over there, and it was like, yeah, man, like you deserve that, man.
I appreciate it.
Like,
I appreciate it.
like when you was here, like we kind of felt like you was gonna get, you know what I'm saying, the Long County job.
Yeah.
And when you didn't, it was like, okay, well, then you went off and you did that, and it was like, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
It's like almost like, for us, it was like a told you so type of.
And I understand the route that they went. You know, you have a guy with a resume such as Coach Pollock's versus someone who doesn't have those stats. But at the particular time, I just felt like I put in the groundwork and I deserved the opportunity. And that's all I wanted was a chance. Yeah. And I understood that if I didn't get it done, then okay, I'm out. Yeah. So that's why I'm very appreciative of Mitchell County giving me that chance to build on and get that experience and to build my resume so that I can be where I am today. And I definitely did not use it for a stepping stone because I thought I was going to be there for a while because I was chasing the championship while there. It was just an opportunity to come home, presented itself, and it was too good of an opportunity to pass up.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was going to allude to next was the, coming back after all that success. But, you know what I'm saying, obviously it was a personal choice.
Definitely.
So definitely was personal. So let's get on to this current Bradwell program and everything, man. I know some of the kids, man, they was very excited about having a new coach. Some of them didn't know how to feel because Bradwell in the past couple of years have had a lot of coaching.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So just, you know what I'm saying, how do you feel coming into the framework of, you know what I'm saying, a school that has so much, how can I say, history and at one time when they're, they've been down for some years. You know what I'm saying? So let's just speak on coming into that situation, how you preparing yourself.
Well, like you said, speaking on the history they had, Coach Walsh was there for a very long time.
Yes.
So he cast a very large shadow over the program, but the success that he had. Yeah. And since his departure, they have up and down years. Yeah. Some of the coaches that were there left and had success in other spots. But the main thing that kills any program is turnover, and head coaches change. Yeah. So you need some type of consistency. Yeah. So my thing is I have to be patient. I'm a very impatient person. I want what I want, and I want it now. And I feel like I'm a winner. I won everywhere I've been. And to have that instant success now inside for me it drives me nuts. But I understand it's not an overnight process. It's gonna take a little bit of time to change the culture, to build the brand, and to change the climate, so to speak, within the program. But I must say the administration and the support that I have from my administrators, whether it be Dr. Perry, Dr. Barber, Mr. Van Horn, my athletic director, Stephanie Howard, they've been amazing. Any and everything I've asked for, I've gotten within reason. And they are fully committed to building athletics in the football program, not just at Bradwell, but in Liberty County as well. They're putting their money where their mouth is, so to speak, and putting things towards the program so that we can grow and build new uniforms, new equipment, not for just us, but Liberty County as well, like I said. And so it's just have to be a little bit patient. I'm going to have to be a little bit patient and ask the community just be a little bit patient with us as we build this. There's some young talent coming up in the middle schools in the 9th and 10th grade, as well as we have a solid core that here. They're seniors that are helping transition this change, and I just want to win for them right now. That's the disheartening thing, that we haven't had the success that I anticipated coming in early on, but I think it's happening, or it's going to happen. Today was a great example of that at practice. The intensity, the passion, the competition, the attention to detail. Today was one of the better practices we've had since I've been there, and I'm just hoping that translates to Friday night.
Okay, that's what's up, man. So let's speak on that young talent, man. Who you have coming up, like this young? I heard you had a nice young quarterback.
Definitely.
He probably wasn't ready yet, but he will be pretty nice.
Yeah, definitely. We found the future at that position. Right now we do have a sophomore and Marquand Houston, who we thinking that can be that transition, take over the reins next year as a junior, and then his senior year, and then we have 2 8th graders who we think will be the future of the franchise, so to speak, and DJ Newborn and Jarasha Houston, and then we have young Carlito in the 7th grade, and then we also have young Samples coming behind him. So we have 4 in the middle school, 3 in the 8th grade, 1 in the 7th grade that we're trying to groom and transition. Now, obviously, they'll play other spots, but we know we have 4 right there coming through the program. This is the only offense, only scheme that they'll know. So the issues that we're having now, where we're having to develop and make quarterbacks who didn't get that work last year, we'll never have this issue again, because these kids are with us all summer long. They'll be with us in the spring, and this is the only offense they'll know. So by the time they get to the 9th, 10th grade, they're ready to rock and roll. Yeah,
that's one thing I'm glad to see Liberty County doing. They are now allowing the school to really get their hands on the kids in the middle school.
Yes.
They wasn't doing that at one time.
Yes.
So I mean, that's big. I think for sports around here, because you know, so you have kids that are, you know, just talented, and they're gonna be talented all their life, but they don't never get to move up and try to see if they can still get that same success amongst the better talent.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad to see stuff like that, man. So I didn't see that like a few years ago. So is that something that kind of like, I know with football it's been going on since Richard, but I see that it's going on with like basketball and track and stuff like that now.
So we're just trying to build, these programs and get these kids up at a young age. And so if you're on track or you're supposed to, you're zoned to go to Liberty or Bradwell, we have access to those kids. And we're not trying to flip-flop kids. If you go over there, then that's where you go. But if you're zoned for me, I'm going to put my hands on you in the 8th grade, come around the program, be a part of the program, come to summer workouts, understand our verbiage, our terminology, why we do what we do. And then at the middle school level, we want them to run the same things that we're running. Because if you go to your Valdosas, your Camdens, your Lowndes, your Lee Counties, your Colquitts, that's the same thing they do, and that's how you build a program. That's how you build longevity. I don't want to be a flash in the pan overnight success. I want to build this for the long term.
Yeah, and that's what I was just about to ask you if the middle school coaches were cooperative on, you know what I'm saying, running some of your plays, you know what I'm saying, because some kids, like you said, you know, they might go to Lewis Frazier, or, you know what I'm saying, but they may be zoned for Liberty just because of how Lewis Frazier's on. So, you know, but, you know, you still want them to kind of run your stuff.
Definitely.
Especially if most of those kids are zoned to come to.
Exactly, and so far we've been having success. Where we had a little mini camp for the coaches to learn our scheme, and we walked them through the base of the offense, and they had any questions, asked, and whatever stuck. Obviously, they can't run everything that we run because they have a small amount of time to get it in or install it, so to speak. But for the most part, especially over here at Snelson, and even Lewis runs some of our things, but at Snelson, they run everything that we run. They use the same verbiage, the same playbook, the same hand signals, and their coach actually comes up on Friday night, so that it'll be a seamless transition for a lot of their players when they come up in the springtime.
That's good, man. That's good, man. So I mean, let's speak about your current team, man. You know what with this current season, you, of course, you said y'all haven't reached y'all goal yet. You know what I'm saying, for the year, but other than that, what has been the biggest challenge so far?
The biggest challenge is just getting them to handle adversity a little bit different. And I understand that they haven't had the amount of success that they would like to have. And sometimes you hear somebody encourage you, telling you what you can do, but you're used to doing a certain thing or going a certain way, that sometimes that may or may not fall on deaf ears. And just trying to get them to understand, and this offense and our style of play, we can literally score from anywhere on the field. And when we come in on Sundays, we show them, like, look, if we catch this ball, we make this read, there's a touchdown, there's nobody there. There's literally times we have all 4 receivers open. Pick one. Just pick one to throw to. And so it's just getting them to get reps, to get that experience in this system. And we get better week to week, game to game. Unfortunately, we had COVID that shut us down for 2 weeks, so we couldn't get those reps. And I think the main thing for our kids right now is getting reps and getting game experience. I think the more reps they get and the more experience they get, the better they will be.
Okay. That's what's up, man. I think the most shout out I hear from the Bradwell fans, or parents, of course, about what they like is they feel like you're not unafraid to open up the playbook, because for so long, Bradwell ran the ball, and it just seemed like as those years was coming down, that running the ball was like really bringing it down. So it was like every coach you had was trying to do these wing tees or this dive, left dive, right type of power football, but you didn't necessarily have an offensive line to do that. And so I've heard, saying different parents be just in my shop, man, just saying, that's what they like. Saying unafraid to open up the playbook, the plays looking well, to just feel like the kids need to execute.
And that's all it boils down to, execution. And that's my key word of the week every week, is if we can execute and get out of our own way, we'll be dangerous. I don't feel like, and that's no disrespect to anybody we played, that nobody's really stopped us. We stopped ourselves. Whether it be penalties, drop balls, or misreads, take unnecessary sacks. We just doing things to harm ourselves. Nobody's really just shut us out where we couldn't move the ball. You take Richmond Hill, for instance, we're moving the ball great in the first drive, and we shoot ourselves in the foot. Byrd County, we score on the first drive. We just have to be consistent in our efforts and execution. That's the main thing. And if we get to, execute at a higher clip, man, we'll put up the numbers. It's just execution and getting those reps so that we can do that.
Because when we stopped by your practice, I took a look at your offensive line. I've seen some of those guys before, but they pretty big.
Definitely. We got great size. It's just depth.
Yeah.
It's just depth. There's a drop off between the ones and then the twos. You have your 1As, your 1Bs, and then the twos, and there's a drop off. But the thing about it is, those twos, those young guys are getting that work. They're in the weight room at 6:45 with Coach Brown, getting that extra work. And so they'll be ready when it's their time. It's just getting them, again, those reps, those minutes, that experience. So then when their numbers called upon on that varsity level, when they're the ones, they'll be ready to compete. They'll be ready to contend. And so that's one of our issues now is the big boys up front is having that quality depth where we don't have that many going both ways. But as we're getting healthy, got Tyler Jones coming back off of a knee injury, and that's really big for us. And Dion Randall, who had a broken forearm from this summer, he's getting back. And so now we're getting the depth that we originally thought we were going to have, but due to injury, it kind of cut our legs from underneath us.
Who's the powerhouse football program right now?
In our conference, or just in the state of Georgia, period?
Well, right now in this area.
In this area, you would probably say, obviously Benedictine. They've had quality teams. The people, as far as our conference is concerned, it's been Richmond Hill and the two Brunswick schools, Glenn, and then Brunswick High in our conference, in our league. But it's very competitive week to week, and I feel like from the teams we played so far, we can be in the thick of things if we just stop hurting ourselves.
Yeah. Speaking of Benedictine, this is my personal opinion, man. I always felt like Benedictine should have stayed around 4, 5A because I don't think that's fair. They go beat up on the. I always kind of felt like that. That was my because I played when I played around here. We played with Benedictine.
Yes.
So they was in our region when I was at Bradwell. Once I went to Liberty, we just played them. But they always played on that level. And when I seen them went down, I was like, man.
When you have the opportunity to get the best of the best, I mean,
it is what it is.
That's
what I'm saying. But there's nothing you can do about it because it's kind of how it's set up.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. But yeah, shouts out to them. They doing their thing for a long time.
Definitely.
So you said your mom was a teacher?
She worked in the school system for a brief amount of time.
Oh, okay.
Now she works for Homeland Security down in Brunswick.
Oh, okay.
So she commutes every day.
Okay.
Shout out to my mom. Miss Bradwell, Mary, how you doing, Mom? I love you.
That's what's up, man.
Definitely.
So what's y'all next game, man?
We got homecoming this Friday. We play Statesboro.
Okay.
So please come pack out the stands and support these kids. They're really, really working hard, and they really deserve you guys to support. And I promise you, things are going to change. Things are going to change. We just need you guys to come in and support these kids, man. Show them that you love them, that you support their efforts, and we'll definitely give you something to be proud of here in the very near future.
And going back to what you were saying about Dr. Perry, I've been hearing that about him from other coaches that he's really been invested into helping these coaches, build these programs.
Yes.
And I think that's, I had a lot of, I'm not gonna say, but anyway, I think that's great.
Definitely.
I think that's great, man, because it's been a lack of that for a long time in Liberty County, like especially from the superintendent area. Wanting to invest into those areas because it was so much, Bradwell had so much pride and they didn't really have to invest, but they were, the boosters were investing real heavy with Bradwell.
Yes.
And at Liberty, when I went to Liberty, it was like, our boosters was, because it was the newer school. So we didn't have any of that when I went over there. So I remember playing JV in the practice jersey. JV, we was playing in the practice jersey. But I'm glad to see that, man. I'm glad to see that for these kids, man.
Definitely.
And the future is bright. I mean, I hear a lot of the young athletes are coming to Bradwell or either there now as freshmen. So it's a bright future over there.
Definitely, we definitely would love to have them. And like I said, I can't speak as to what happened before me, but since I've been here, the support by the administration has been great, and I can't thank them enough for the opportunity to be the head coach at Bradwell, and also for the support that they've been giving us since I've been there.
Yeah, that's good, man. Shouts out to Dr. Perry, because I heard that he's been on top of that, going hard. So that's what's up, man. That's good for these kids and good for the success, because having all of these successful athletes from the area, you know what I'm saying, you want to continue to nurture that situation, because people can come back and help your community. Definitely,
the success these kids have had from the 912 area is definitely putting a spotlight on the Hinesville area. You know, the kids from Long County, the Jamie and the Davion, and obviously Jordan and Ryan that's been here, and it's a hotbed of talent right here, and that's one of the draws that made me want to come back home, is being from this area, knowing the amount of talent that's right here in Hinesville, and then we just put the pieces to the puzzle correctly, we can make this thing take off.
That's what's up, man. I see you got Troop out there, man.
Definitely had to get my guy out there, man. He's doing a great job developing the quarterbacks and just trying to get them to understand, you know, what we need them to do with their reads and making their progressions, and the types of throws. Again, we got two guys that didn't play quarterback last year. You know, one played JV freshman but didn't get any minutes on varsity. The other one, I think, was at free safety. And so to build them from the ground up and playing that 6A football, I mean, they're going to have growing pains, and we're going to get there.
Yeah, that's what's up. You also got my boy Champ out there, man. Not Champ. Is it Champ?
So Poncho?
No, well, Poncho's out there as well. I didn't even know Poncho coach football.
Yeah, he's out in the box, man. He's in the box helping us out.
No, I'm talking Chester.
Chester, yes.
Tripping. His brother named Champ.
Yeah, Chester, man. That was a big hire for me. I'm not even gonna lie. He reached out to me, and I was like, yo, I gotta have him. Playing college ball at UCF and having the background that he has and ties to the community. He runs my weight room in the morning, comes in every day faithfully at 6:45, and then he wants to run my 4-block class, and the kids really, really, really respond well to him. He has a wealth of knowledge, and he can relate to them, and they respond well to him. And that's one thing, is having a coach that can relate to the kids and then get the best out of them, and they understand that he's pouring into me, so when he gets onto me, it's out of love. It's not out of he's picking on me. It's totally out of love that he's investing his time away from his own child to pour into me. And so that's big. Like I said, he was a very big hire. I'm honored and blessed to have him on staff.
Oh yeah, man. I'm glad you brought him on. We talked about that for a little while. I think it was a couple of years we talked about, because I know all his brothers. So we talked about him possibly coming back, and when you came into the fold, that's when he was saying that he was gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? He was gonna try to come and coach, because he was moving back. I was like, well, shoot, man. They just hired a new coach. Blah blah blah. He said, man, I already been up there.
Definitely. As soon as he called Wayne, he contacted me and we chopped it up. We talked philosophy, and him playing in the system he played at UCF, our thoughts and our beliefs offensively kind of aligned. And then he also helps out with the defensive line, so it was a smooth transition as far as philosophy is concerned, because the style of football that I play and how I coach, my philosophy don't align with everybody's. And so we want to make sure that we all on the same page, we all mesh, and our philosophies are the same, so that nobody bumps heads, nobody has hard feelings or anything like that. We all understand what we're trying to do and why we do what we do. And so him come from UCF and having that style offense with Willie Fritz and all those guys, who people he's played for, seamless transition.
Yeah, before we go, I know y'all got don't y'all have an offensive lineman on? I can't remember his name. It's pretty good. He's a younger kid, but I believe he was like only first team.
Last year as a freshman, probably Elijah Thurman. Yes, Thurman. Hey, he's gonna be great. He's gonna be great. You got a key, about 6'5", 6'6", 260. You know, moves well, very athletic, long arms, strong, great work ethic, very respectful young man, great grades. I think the future for him is very bright, very, very bright. I think he can write his own ticket. He might be one of the kids that you see play at the next level and beyond because of it. Straight A student, like I say, very well versed, very well spoken, very athletic, great kid. Can't talk more highly about him. Consummate professional on and off the field.
All right, that's what's up, man. Well, hey, it was nice having you on, man. Let everybody know when the next game is for Bradwell.
Again, we'll be playing this Friday. Actually, this Friday and next Friday we'll be at home. This Friday is homecoming versus Statesboro. Next week will be senior night. Please come check us out. Pack the stands, the jungle as they call it. We want to get this thing rocking again. Just appreciate y'all support, man. Be patient with us. We're gonna give y'all something y'all can be proud of.
That band gonna be playing that Eye of the Tiger,
Definitely,
man.
definitely.
Hey, man,
appreciate you having me on, man.
Thank you. All right, man.
Yes,
Hey, and we out of here, man. It's MicCheckM.I.A. It's your host, Conrad. Like and subscribe, man. And leave those comments. Let me know what I need to do better. Or let me know what you think of the show. All right, peace.